Hey, it's a quick video. I couldn't find anything online for about how to wrap rope around trees in a treehouse. This is the treehouse inside. We don't need to look at that really right now. Okay, so what I did is I'm gonna do another video, maybe edit it together. But the idea is what I did, and this is not doctrine or anything, because it just worked for me. But so I started on here, right? Because I had a wider point on the flooring. So over here on this one, I haven't done yet. I have this wider point. So I'm probably going to start the rope here and kind of point it down, right? You could maybe point it up, but then you'd have like a lump you're going over. So I'm pointing it down, and then I'm going to a level about even with the floor. And say about, because if it's a little bit above, that's great. You don't want a gap though when you run it out. And you're going to stack it on top around the edges here. So I ran it down here and then started on the inside, obviously. Went around, kept going around this way, right? And then what I did is, then you can see here, this is level. I'm tacking it. I thought the best was to tack it down to the floor here, and then to the tree on the inside. And there's kind of sometimes there'd be a gap where the second level, if you can imagine this down here is the second level, might be the third level, third layer out, right? So I'm tacking it to the rope. So the first run, you tack as little as possible, enough to keep it to the tree. We don't want to hurt the tree. We want to keep the tree safe. And then you're going to tack the rope to the first layer of rope. And then after that, once you get on the boards over the flooring, you're going to tack it into the floor, right? Okay, so we come around here, and come around, and then it's kind of going up. So we're going up to the level. So what I did is I had to cut the rope at some point, right? So you kind of have to guess that. What I did is I wrapped the rope, and you kind of get like a backwards coil. Maybe I'll show that later when I'm working on the next one. So then what I did is I started on the outside and kind of wrapped what was left all the way around and kind of pushed it down there. And then you kind of have to nudge it, like kind of, because you're trying to wrap it tight. So you have to nudge it, and so you imagine the rope's rubbing against it itself, right? So you kind of have to loosen it, like loosen it, push it out enough to get it in, and then try to pull it. You're trying to pull it this way around the tree, right? The same way. And then you're going to try to dress it, pushing it down and twisting it and getting it as tight as you can. You don't want it doesn't have to be like super tight, because once again you want the tree to be able to grow as much as possible. And so the extra is really there for when the tree grows. And this is not that fast growing tree expanding out this way, right? So, but this allows you to adjust it later and gives you enough to do it. I mean, I could have done a little bit more, but like I said, you kind of have to guess where to cut the rope, because it's so thick. This is 1.5 inch rope thickness. So there's really no way, and maybe there's some great mathematician out there that can figure out exactly where it's going to be. Anyway, that's the first part of this video, just what I did basically. And then when what I got here, I tacked this back to the tree, and then how I like to tack it is, with the second level is much easier. What you can do is you can kind of get where it's going down right here, where it's going down, and you want to get your, I have a pneumatic brad gun, so it's a brad. It would be probably better, a little better with a staple, and you're going to squeeze it down there, the lowest point you can, towards the rope, towards the other layer of rope, and put it down there, and probably buy as long staples as you can, or brads as you can. And there you go. You tack it all up, and that looks like that. It's kind of flat. You got 2 layers of rope on the side. It's not going to keep all bugs out, but of course you can see there's gaps in the floor for this